So today, basically, I want to talk to you about why I love investing. You know what I'm saying? And just really the apps that I use to invest and my different methods and stuff that I invest into. Okay. So, really, the reason why I love investing and I find it so cool, so, amazing, it's just the fact that, number one, right, is that I'm literally working for the money that I'm making. Like I'm continuously working for that. And my goal and everything that I do per se is whatever money I have coming in, I want it to go to something that can produce money for me. You know what I'm saying? I want it to go into an asset that can be an income producing asset. And that's how you basically stay ahead of the game by not spending your money on things that don't produce anything for you. Like that's how you stay in the same level that you want to stay, like you're at right now. Is if you, or if that's how you stay at a lower level, or even remain at the level you're at. Is that if you can't get the money, like whatever money you're making, and have that go into something that's that's income producing, as an asset for you, that produces revenue for you, then you're just wasting your effort at your job, and you're not getting anything back from the effort that you're making, except for bills, spending money on necessities, right? So we all make enough to pretty much spend money on our necessities, right, to break even and things like that, which is not necessarily a bad thing. But through discipline and through saving, you can really is like you can really help yourself. You can really save yourself. Like that's literally why it's called saving, because it's like you're saving yourself from a more difficult life. And investing as well is something that goes hand in hand. So that's the reason why, like, I'm not scared. I look at the recent things that are going on in the stock market as of right now, right? So I'm seeing, and yeah, this whole week, right? I mean, the past 2 weeks in the market has not been the best. Like, I'll tell you that right now. It hasn't been the best. There's been a lot of things going on with the recent GameStop situation, with the recent Robinhood situation. We have the vaccines going on. We have maybe higher interest rates coming soon. People are still out of jobs and things like that, right? So all this stuff is affecting the market, and it's just really not looking the best right now. But I want to tell you guys who are investing the right way, the correct way, and even if it's not the correct way, just still take your time and realize that you have a lot more. You have a long way to go, right? You have more to look forward to in the future than what you're seeing right now. Like this stuff happens. Yes, it's been happening since last year. We've been going through market volatility. We've been going through all these ups and downs. Yeah, it can be an emotional roller coaster, especially if you do options trading, if you're an options investor. Yes, it can be an emotional roller coaster. It's me. I have a long-term portfolio and I have a long-term option portfolio. So I have a mixture of everything. I'm more focused on my long-term option portfolio now, because really my long-term investment is just really passive. I just put money there, buy the stocks that are already in there repeatedly. So like with the options though, they obviously feel more market volatility than the stocks per se. They drop down more tremendously, and it's just something that happens. So I just really want to say that all of you guys who are investors, who are investing into the stock market, just continue to invest. Like continue to invest, continue to have stride. You can invest into index funds. You can invest into ETFs, right? If that's more your speed, or you can find individual stocks. It's up to you, right? Right now they're all pretty much down, But again, when you're investing to ETF and you're investing into an index fund, it's not going to be hit as hard per se as maybe a stock that dropped down like 7%. Maybe the ETF may have dropped down like 3%, right, or something like that. So it's not going to get hit as hard, but it's still going to get hit. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't avoid having a drawdown, right? So really, I just want you all to just continue to invest in because you want your money again to work as hard as you're working, right? So, and that's going to take time, throughout the days, the months, yes, you're going to have volatility. Yes. We're going to have crazy things that happen. Yes. It seems like the past 2 years we've had these crazy, but trust me, like, it's because we're all kind of, maybe not all of us, but some of us are primarily new investors, right? But that's to be expected. It really deals with age, and it deals with who you have, like who your parents are and who's your influencing your life, right? So most people don't even know what investing is, what stocks are, right? Even around my age of 23, 24, like when I was younger, 20, even 21, like all my life, I didn't know until I was really 23, right? So think about it. We're all new investors. So we're just seeing these crazy occurrences happen now. But I'm telling you, stuff like this has happened in the past too. Maybe some of this may be a little higher extent, but we've had tremendous drawdowns in the past. This is not the first time we've had a drawdown. We've had the crash of 2008. We have the dot-com bubble. We've had 2018. I think the market crashed in 2018 as well. Like, we've had all of these things go on throughout the history of time, So just understand, this is not a new occurrence. This was the volatility and stuff that goes on in the market, right? So again, I want you guys to hold and just keep on investing, right? So that's what I'm continuously doing. I'm just biding my time. I'm not really looking at an option yet. I'm trying to just weigh it out. I already have a couple. I have like 4 or 5 options running right now. Just letting that run its course and see where it's at. There will always be opportunities, so I'm not really worried. Another thing is, right, I don't just invest into the stock market. I actually invest into I invest into collectibles as well through Otis. I made a video about that recently, and it's been doing really good for me. I have a LeBron card that netted me $18 in profit, right? Or about, I don't know what percentage that is, maybe like 25%, something like that. So it's doing really well. And I just that's another thing that you guys can do as well, that you can invest into Otis, right? You can invest into collectibles. You can invest into art. You can invest into games. You can invest into shoes and a whole other collective of stuff. And it's been doing really good. I don't spend my money on a lot of just unnecessary stuff. So that's why it's easy for me to kind of just spend my money on investments, because it's just I don't really spend my money on stuff, and I always want whatever money I have, whatever cash I have, to at least produce something for me, even if it's $5, even if it's 18, even if it's 20, whatever. Anything that it's producing for me is something that I don't have to produce myself. It's doing it by itself, and so that's why you can look at Otis, another great app. There's other apps as well where you can invest into real estate. You can do a whole bunch of things. You can look at maybe a venture capitalist apps, like stuff like that. I forgot one that I have, but I haven't really been on it recently as much, and I don't really use it because I'm really just trying to get I'm trying to get it more easily accustomed to Otis first. Then I'll look at the other ones as well. And people who love Bitcoin as well, you can go the Bitcoin route. There's so many different things that everybody can do. I have Bitcoin. I have Bitcoin as well. I'll allocate 1% of my salary into Bitcoin. So 1% of my yearly salary is going into Bitcoin, right? So I do my yearly salary, and I'm like, okay, what's 1% of my yearly salary? I'll just put that into Bitcoin, right? So that can be it can minimize my risk in Bitcoin, and it's not going to be that bad. It's only 1%, and I can focus on the other assets I have. And if Bitcoin does good, great. And if it doesn't, well, it's 1%, So you got to just look around at what you guys want to do and how you want to allocate your funds. And just don't be worried about what's going on right now, because that's what it is like. That's what it's trying to get you. Just focus on bettering your craft, yourself. Read more, you know what I'm saying? Maybe try to, meditate if you can. Definitely read more. Definitely have some leisure time to yourself, relax as well. Definitely study. I want you guys all to study, to invest into yourself, right? So you need to do at least 4 hours of studying. 4 hours of studying is what I recommend, 3 to 4 hours of studying. If you can't do an hour a day, right? And some days maybe you don't want to, that's fine. But at least try to study every single day, whatever craft you have, whatever you're trying to learn. Because I'm telling you, studying, self teaching yourself is going to get you really, really far in this world, because it's going to show you that what you believe, what you want to do is possible, and you can get there by teaching yourself, by self studying, by taking the time out of your day, by basically just showing yourself like you have that capabilities to really motivate yourself. That's what it is. Self-motivation is a big thing. Like, you got to know how to motivate yourself to get up, to study, to work out, to read, to do all these things, to put your all, even into your job. Even if you hate your job, put your all into it. Because when God sees that you're putting your all into something, he's going to benefit. He's going to reward you for that, and you're going to benefit from that. So put your all into whatever you're doing, as long as it's not negative, right? So that's really why I love investing, man. Like, even if stuff does bad, it is what it is. Like, you just got to be able to like assess where you're at. Like, if you have a 2022 January 2022 call, like, why would you want to sell right now because they're doing bad right now? Like, okay, cool. I know that it's not gonna last like this the entire year. Like, that's not possible. There's gonna be some up days as well. As you can't just go down forever. Like, it's impossible. So that's it. But if you're a person who has a call for March, maybe you might want to look at that and be like, okay, maybe I should sell, because maybe it's not, or maybe I'll just wait till like February, see how it is in February, and sell, right? But that's why I always tell you guys, the expiration date for your option, a further out expiration date, is the best thing that you can do for yourself, because it makes it easier for you. You have more time for things to play out the way it's supposed to play out. And because like right now, you would have got one in March. Like, just 2 weeks ago, you were up like probably crazy. You should have sold then, and now the end of January, you're pretty much down. I'm pretty sure you're down. And then going into February, maybe you can wait for a week and stuff and see where it's at. And within a week, I would suggest that, like, wait a week and see where it's at. If it's not where it's at, I would close it. So that's for me. I have a call till January 2022, right, for tan, right? So let's say tan, January 2022 tan, right? So I have like 11 more months, right? Got 11 more months. I think I got it at one of the cheapest option price for it, so I'm good. So if tan goes, tan is not gonna go down the entirety of this year. I honestly doubt that. If tan goes up towards it's the strike price or the allocated price projection, then either way, even if it doesn't reach there, I'll still be making money, right? And you also got to think like, okay, I got it till January. What time do I feel like I want to sell this and get out, right? What time? Let's say by like what? By July. Let's say by July, right? You're like, okay, by July, if tan is not where I want it to be, I'm selling. Or even by July, if tan is where I want it to be, I'm still selling, right? Because those last couple of months, like September, October, November, December, can be detrimental to, your gains. So if you're looking at it like, okay, by July, right? So, by July, all right, I'm going to wait till like the middle of July, and then I'm going to end it. No matter what price point it's at, I'm going to end it, because anything can happen in those rest of the months. Like, honestly, the stock market kind of doesn't do the best in like the later months, like September, October, November, December. All those months, it doesn't really do the best, right? So especially September. So you want to, if you want to push past September, maybe be in October or something, that's you. So be it. But I would say give it about till July, or till like around the middle, the end of July, and see where it's at. If it's somewhere you're comfortable with, or maybe you're just like, oh man, this is not gonna go up in that price direction, I would suggest canceling it before you lose any more money that you have. And you're not in, but I'm pretty sure in that position, you're not going to be losing that much money by, around that time frame, right? Because you still have about 4 more months left to go. And there's still people buying those options continuously. So that's what you got to look at. And then I have some in January 2023, and I'm just like, or March 2023, something like that. And I'm just like, okay, there's no reason for me to be so flustered right now when my options expire in 2023. Like, there's no way, like, for 2 years straight it's just gonna be the same direction down. Like, there's not going to be no up periods. Like, so that's what I'm trying to tell you guys. It's about your expiration date too. Like, all of you guys who are worried, I already know what your stuff is looking like. I already knows you're cutting it too close. I understand you want to take it till the end, but trust me, you gotta let it go. Don't get married to nothing. It's all about it's all about, your money. Like, it really is. Don't get married to nothing. So again, whatever money you guys have, please put it somewhere in the market, savings, in collectibles, like anything. You can buy shoes that go up in value. You never wear it. Like, anything that's an asset that can produce some income from you, from the money you're spending. Anything, bro. You guys can do it. Trust me. Just find something, like, let's look it up. Don't be afraid to take a risk. Go with it. Don't be afraid to take a risk. I'm telling you. Just enjoy your life. Enjoy where you're at. Take that risk. And just see where it leads you. But also believe in yourself. Have faith in yourself. Have faith in God. And just do what's right. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not always like, you don't gotta force everything. That's why I don't chase stocks. You know what I'm saying? I don't chase stocks. I do my research. I find which one I want to get. I get in it at the time I want to get into it. I don't chase nothing. If I feel uncomfortable, I ain't gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? That just is what it is. So you guys just stick to the plan, stick to the script. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling y'all, when it's the next 5 years, y'all be so happy that you guys kept doing what you're doing, what you're investing into. And the number one investment really is yourself. So get yourself right too. Get yourself mentally right. Get yourself physically right. You know what I'm saying? Read more, all that good stuff. Take care of yourself, because you deserve to relax as well. I really appreciate every one of y'all. And I hope y'all understand why I like to invest so much. And because at the end of the day, it's going to pan out for me. I'm only 24. I can do whatever I want to do later in my life. I'm not tripping. I feel like I've had enough fun anyway. You know what I'm saying? So I'd rather invest all my money. I'm not really, so you got to think about it that way. Like, yeah, you can put money for other things as well, but at the same time, your main priority would be for your money to produce an income for you. I'm not even saying this as a fact, like I'm trying to be some guru or none of that for you. This is like common sense. This is really common sense, right? So you gotta, think about whatever you're buying. Think about, how would this be a benefit to my life to possibly create a revenue for me, right? It's that simple. If you can think like that, then your life will be a lot better. Like, how would buying this possibly in the future generate some revenue for me? How? And even if it doesn't, I took this risk. Can I sell this and at least get some of what I put into it back? Right? So think about that. What can I do? Like the thing I'm about to buy right now, is this going to produce a revenue generating asset for me? Or is this going to just be some bull? Right? And once you can differentiate between shit like that, then you're good. Once you can see, I get a Mercedes, right? I'm getting a Mercedes. Oh, let me put that on Turo, so it can pay my my monthly car note for my car. Let me do that. I'm getting a car. Let me put it on Turo so people can drive it around maybe 4 times in a month, and I get enough to cover maybe not the full amount of my car note, but at least a portion, so I don't have to come out of my pocket, And the Turo got full coverage, things like that. I got a laptop. Let's see if I can learn how to code so I can increase my income. Simple. Or I can maybe start a business with my laptop. Simple. Stuff like that, man. You gotta just think. All right, guys, we're kind of running out of time here, so I'm gonna have to say deuces. All right, peace.